In the heart of the desert, where the sun scorches stone and sand, there lies a city the world has all but forgotten. A city alive once, where voices rose like smoke, and the nights were never silent. Its walls, carved from gold and stone, gleamed under the sun, a fortress of ambition, of dreams too vast to be contained. Merchants, travelers, scholars, they came from every corner of the known world, drawn by the promise of wealth, knowledge, and wonder. Markets thrive beneath tints colored with the earth's own pigments: saffron, indigo, crimson. Spices perfumed the air, metals clanged in rhythm, and the laughter of children echoed between towers taller than any horizon dared. The streets, paved with stone worn smooth by centuries, hung with light. Caravans arrived like rivers of color, bearing silks, pearls, and the secrets of lands beyond the horizon. At night, lanterns flickered, illuminating mosaics that told stories of kings, gods, and heroes long departed. Music drifted through the air, a tapestry of drums, flutes, and voices, telling tales the desert itself seemed to remember. But this city, like all things of greatness, bore the weight of envy. Rivals whispered beyond walls, armies gathered where shadows lay, and the ground beneath its grandeur began to tremble with fate. The rulers, draped in jewels heavier than history, sought to protect their empire with wisdom and fear alike. But even wisdom can falter, and fear cannot hold back the tide of time. One night, as stars burned bright above endless dunes, the city awoke to a silence it had never known. Dust replaced voices, shadows swallowed streets. The wind carried away the laughter and the music, leaving only memory. Years turned into centuries. Sand crept through every crack, every doorway, covering the brilliance once seen by thousands. Temples became tombs, gardens vanished beneath dunes. And yet, the city refused to die completely. Beneath the sand, secrets slept. Scrolls, coins, and shards of pottery, whispers of lives lived, loves lost, and ambitions that reached beyond the sky, waited to be found again. Archaeologists, driven by the heartbeat of history, began to uncover the remnants. Every brushstroke, every fragment, was a bridge, connecting the present to echoes of a time when the city never slept. And when the sun strikes the ruins at dawn, golden light dances over walls and pillars, as if the city remembers itself. Footsteps awaken the ghosts of merchants, of children, of kings whose names were etched in dust. They speak in silence, the language of eternity, revealing truths too profound for mere words. Of joy, of sorrow, of civilizations rising and falling beneath the indifferent sky. Some nights, when the wind carries just right, travelers swear they hear the city breathing. A low hum beneath the dunes, a pulse that reminds the living of what was lost, and what might yet be remembered. Maps, once faded and torn, hinted streets that no longer exist. The layout, intricate as a labyrinth, mirrors the human heart, full of desire, of betrayal, of hope. Coins tell stories not written in books. They speak of trade, of conquest, of the ordinary lives of those who built the extraordinary. In quiet rooms, beneath museum lights, relics shimmer, fragile vessels that held water, bread, wine, and dreams. Each one a silent testament, a whisper of a time when the city pulsed with life. And yet, some things can never be contained. The desert reclaims, memory fades, but history, when called upon, speaks with a voice louder than empires. Scholars dig, dust falls, and fragments emerge. Every artifact, every ruin, is a note in the symphony of a city that refused to vanish entirely. The city teaches us that grandeur is fleeting, yet remembrance can endure. Its streets may be buried, its towers may crumble, but the story, the human story, persists. And in the end, beneath layers of sand and silence, the city waits. Not just as ruins, not just as history, but as a mirror reflecting the eternal rhythm of life, ambition, and the passage of time. The desert wind carries its final lesson, that even in forgetting, there is memory. Even in ruin, there is beauty. And even beneath endless sands, the echoes of life never truly die. And so, beneath the sun's relentless gaze, the city sleeps, yet its heart beats on, whispering to those who dare to listen, history is never truly gone.